The Galactic Council was the most powerful group in the galaxy. It was made up of many alien races, each stronger and older than humans. Together, they kept peace and order in the galaxy. But their way of peace was strict. They did not allow anyone to become too powerful or dangerous. If a race looked like it might cause trouble, the Council stepped in quickly. Earth was a small blue planet in a quiet corner of the Milky Way. Humans had only recently learned to travel between the stars. They were new and unpredictable. The Council saw them as wild and risky. Some Council members whispered that humans were too young and too emotional to join their group. Still, Earth's leaders wanted to join the Galactic Council. They wanted to be part of the bigger galaxy family and share their knowledge. So, Earth sent its best diplomats and scientists to the Council's homeworld for talks. This was the first time humans met the leaders of the galaxy. Captain Aiden Cole was the head of the Earth diplomatic team. He was calm, smart, and full of hope. He believed humans could prove they were ready. His team had worked hard for months to prepare. They learned about the Council's ways and tried to understand their rules. On the other side, the Council was led by a tall, thin alien named Vrax. Vrax was proud and cold. He did not believe humans could control their emotions or act with reason. He thought humans were dangerous and might break the peace. The meeting started well. The Council welcomed the humans politely. They listened to Earth's speech about peace, cooperation, and respect. But soon, problems began. Vrax was the first to speak after Earth's speech. His voice was sharp and cold. "Humans," he said, "you are still young. You have not seen enough of the galaxy to understand our laws. Your kind is known for violence and chaos. We watch you carefully." Aiden kept his calm and replied, "We are learning, Vrax. Every race started somewhere. We want to grow and share, not fight." Vrax sneered. "Your growth has caused many problems. You pollute your planets, wage wars among yourselves, and build weapons that can destroy whole cities." Aiden felt a burn inside. He looked at Vrax and said, "Every race has its past. We work to be better." Vrax did not listen. Instead, he stepped closer and spoke loudly. "We will not allow your kind to threaten the galaxy. If you do not follow our rules strictly, you will face consequences." Other Council members nodded. The room grew colder. The humans felt small in front of such power. The next day, the talks continued, but the tension grew. Vrax showed no respect for the humans. He interrupted their speakers and mocked their ideas. The humans tried to stay polite, but inside, anger was growing. Then came the breaking point. During a private meeting, Vrax accused Earth of secretly building weapons. "We have evidence," he said. "You hide your true plans from us." Aiden stood tall. "That is not true. We are open to inspection." But Vrax was not interested in proof. "We decide what is true. You must obey." The Earth team asked for more time to prove their innocence, but the Council refused. Vrax ordered Earth to stop all space travel until the Council could inspect their technology. This was an insult. Space travel was Earth's hope and future. To stop it was like stopping their heart. Aiden tried to calm his team. "We must not react with anger. We need to stay smart." But many humans felt betrayed. How could the Council punish them without a fair trial? How could they treat Earth like criminals? Back on Earth, news of the Council's actions spread fast. People were angry and scared. They did not understand why the Council, who claimed to want peace, acted like tyrants. Scientists and engineers began working secretly. They developed new ships, better weapons, and ways to protect Earth. Military leaders trained pilots and soldiers. They prepared quietly, not for war, but for defense. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council believed humans would back down. They thought Earth was not ready to fight the big powers of the galaxy. They expected Earth to apologize and obey, but humans were different. They had survived wars, disasters, and challenges on their own planet. They had learned to be strong and united. The insult from the Council was a spark in dry grass. Aiden met with Earth's leaders. The council crossed a line, he said. We must show them we will not be pushed around. The president nodded. We will protect our people. We will not let fear rule us. Across the galaxy, some aliens watched Earth's actions closely. Some were curious, others worried. The human spirit was fierce and new. They wondered if humanity could really change the balance of power. Back in the council's chambers, Vrax and his allies felt confident. They believed their power was absolute. But deep inside, the winds of change were stirring. Humanity's rage was building. It was quiet now, but it would not stay silent for long. And when it exploded, the galaxy would never be the same. The world watched quietly, but beneath the surface, Earth was changing fast. The Galactic Council believed humanity was weak and would give up after their harsh warning. But on Earth, the opposite was happening. Humanity was preparing. Captain Aiden Cole stood in the control room of Earth's new command center. The walls glowed softly with holograms showing stars, ships, and enemy movements. His eyes were sharp, full of determination. We cannot show weakness, he said to his team. The Council underestimates us. They think we are still the small, untrained species they once saw. We must prove them wrong. Aiden's team was a mix of scientists, military leaders, and diplomats. They worked day and night, not for war, but for survival. The scientists were the first to surprise everyone. They had been quietly working on new technology for years. When the Council threatened Earth, their work moved faster. Dr. Meera Patel was one of the lead scientists. She had a small smile as she watched her team test a new energy shield. The shield was light but strong. It could protect ships from powerful attacks. We're making progress, she told Aiden. This shield could change the balance in space. Aiden nodded. Good. We need every advantage. But technology was only part of the plan. Earth was also training a new kind of fighter. Not just pilots, but soldiers who could think quickly, adapt, and fight smart. Commander Liam Brooks led the training program. His team was tough and disciplined. They learned to work together, to trust each other in battle. Liam said, the Council's forces are bigger and better equipped, but they don't have what we have: human creativity and courage. Many of Earth's best young people volunteered for this program. They knew the risk, but they also felt pride in protecting their home. While the preparation was hidden from most of the galaxy, small signs began to appear. New ships appeared in orbit. Military bases were upgraded. Communication with the Council grew tense, but Earth's leaders kept calm on the outside. They sent messages to the Council saying they wanted peace and fairness. Still, the Council ignored these words. They believed humans were only trying to buy time. Some aliens in the Council began to question Vrax's harsh approach. Not everyone agreed that Earth was a threat. One member, a wise elder from the planet Zalara named Kael, warned, "We may be pushing humanity too far. They have a spirit we do not understand." Vrax laughed. "Their spirit is foolish pride. They cannot win." But Kael's words found listeners in the shadows. Some smaller alien races, tired of the Council's strict rules, began to wonder if Earth's defiance was a chance for change. Meanwhile, on Earth, ordinary people felt the pressure but stayed united. Families talked about the Council on the news and in their homes. A young student named Lena watched the stars every night. "We will not be small forever," she said to her friends. "One day the galaxy will see what humans can do." Lena's words were more than hope. They were the heartbeat of a generation ready to fight for their place. Deep in the Council's chambers, Vrax planned his next move. "If humans continue to defy us, we must act quickly," he said. The Council decided to send a new envoy to Earth. This time, they would be less polite and more demanding. The goal was to force Earth to submit without war. The new envoy, a fierce alien named Krell, arrived in Earth's orbit with a large fleet. His ships were powerful and menacing. Krell sent a message to Earth's leaders. "You will obey the Council's rules or face destruction." But Earth's answer was different from what the Council expected. Aiden stood before Krell's fleet in a live broadcast. Earth is a free world, he said clearly. We will not bow to threats. We want peace, but we will protect our home. Krell's face twisted in anger. You leave us no choice. But Earth's fleet, protected by new shields and piloted by trained soldiers, was ready. The calm surface of peace was breaking. The galaxy watched, holding its breath. Beneath the calm, humanity was rising. The Council's heavy hand had pushed the wrong planet too far, and the story of humanity's rage was only just beginning. The tension in space was thick, like a storm ready to burst. Earth's leaders hoped to avoid violence, but the Galactic Council was losing patience. Krell, the new envoy, was determined to force Earth into submission. But humanity had made its choice. They would defend their home at any cost. Captain Aiden Cole stood on the bridge of Earth's flagship, the Resolve. The ship was a marvel of human technology, fast, strong, and equipped with the newest energy shields and weapons developed by Dr. Meera Patel's team. Around him, the crew moved quickly, but with calm focus. They knew what was at stake. Status. Report, Aiden asked. Shields at full strength, weapon systems ready, replied Lieutenant Harper. Enemy fleet holding position near the moon's orbit. Aiden nodded. Outside the thick glass of the command deck, the vast fleet of the Galactic Council loomed. Their ships were bigger and more powerful, but Earth's technology was new and unexpected. In the council chambers, Vrax was furious. Earth refuses to obey. Their defiance threatens the entire galaxy's order. But Kale, the elder from Zalara, warned again, if you push humanity too hard, the fire will burn us all. Vrax waved the warning away. They must learn. The Council ordered Krell to begin a blockade around Earth. No ships in or out without permission. Supplies would be cut off. It was a tactic to force surrender without battle. But Earth's leaders knew this would not stop humanity. Instead, they doubled their efforts. Supplies were rationed, and people worked together like never before. They sent messages to colonies and allies asking for support. Then came the first real clash. A small human cargo ship tried to break through the blockade to deliver food to Earth's surface. Council patrol ships stopped it. Krell sent a message, turn back or be destroyed. But the cargo ship's captain, a brave woman named Elena Reyes, refused. She knew the importance of her mission. On my way, she replied. Her ship darted forward. The patrol ships opened fire. Elena's ship was hit and began to fall apart, but she skillfully steered it to safety behind Earth's defense shield. It was a small victory, a sign that humanity would not easily break. News of Elena's bravery spread quickly across Earth and beyond. People cheered her courage and morale grew stronger. Meanwhile, Earth's military prepared for the next challenge. Commander Liam Brooks trained new pilots for battle. You will face the best weapons and strategies of the Council, he told them. But remember, our strength is our will to protect our home. The pilots learned to use hit-and-run tactics, taking advantage of Earth's smaller, faster ships. They were ready to defend their skies. One of the young pilots, Jax Morgan, was especially determined. He dreamed of flying among the stars since he was a child. Now that dream was about to become a dangerous reality. The Council grew frustrated by these small defeats. They sent more ships and weapons. Krell demanded that Earth surrender immediately, but Earth answered with defiance. On a clear day, the Council's fleet attacked one of Earth's orbital stations, a crucial outpost for communication and defense. The station was well guarded but outnumbered. The battle was fierce. Explosions lit the darkness of space. Human pilots flew with courage and skill. They dodged beams of energy and launched counterattacks. Jax led a squadron in a daring move, slipping behind enemy lines to destroy a key Council ship. His team succeeded, but not without losses. On the ground, people watched the live broadcast with a mix of fear and pride. The fight was dangerous, but it showed humanity's true spirit. Captain Aiden, watching from the Resolve, felt a mix of sorrow and hope. This is only the beginning, he said quietly. We must hold strong. The battle ended with the Council retreating, surprised by Earth's strength. It was a shock to the galaxy's most powerful rulers. But the cost was high. Many human ships were lost and lives were gone. The pain was deep, but so was the resolve. After the battle, Krell sent a final warning. "Surrender now or face total destruction." Aiden replied firmly, "We will never surrender. We fight for our home, our people, and our future." The Council realized that Earth was not just a young, reckless race. They were fierce and united. The breaking point had arrived. The quiet anger of humanity had exploded into open defiance. The galaxy watched, knowing that what came next would change everything. The galaxy was no longer watching Earth with doubt or dismissal. Humanity's bold stand against the Galactic Council had sent a clear message. Earth was not a weak planet to be pushed around. It was a force that would not back down. Captain Aiden, Cole stood once again on the bridge of the Resolve. The ship's command center was buzzing with activity, holograms of star systems flashing across the walls. His eyes scanned the reports from the latest battles. Though the Council had more, ships Earth's forces were holding their ground. "It's not just about ships and weapons anymore," Aiden said to his team. "It's about showing the galaxy who we really are." Commander Liam Brooks, standing beside him, nodded. "Other worlds are starting to notice. Some even want to join us." This was the change no one in the Council had expected. Aliens who had long lived under the Council's strict rules now whispered in secret. They looked to humanity not as a threat, but as a symbol of hope. The strict order of the Council was beginning to crack. Back on Earth, citizens felt the growing strength of their planet. Schools taught not only science and history, but also the stories of courage and unity that defined this new era. Lena, the young student who once dreamed under the stars, now volunteered in community groups helping to support families affected by the conflict. Her words, once a small spark, had grown into a flame. "We are not alone," she told her friends. "Together we can change the galaxy." The Council's leaders met in urgent sessions. Vrax was furious that his power was slipping. "We must end this rebellion quickly," he shouted. But Kale, the elder from Zalara, spoke calmly. "We pushed them too far. Perhaps it is time to listen." Some Council members began to question their harsh tactics. They wondered if peace could come not from fear, but from respect. Meanwhile, on the front lines of the conflict, Earth's forces launched a series of carefully planned strikes against key Council positions. They did not seek destruction, but aimed to disable weapons and communication networks, weakening the Council's control. Jax Morgan, now a respected pilot, led many of these missions. His skills and courage inspired his team. "We fight for peace," he said after one mission, "not because we want war, but because we want to protect freedom." The Council's fleets found it harder to keep control. Their ships were powerful but less flexible than Earth's smaller, smarter forces. The tide was turning. Alien worlds under the Council's rule began to send secret messages of support to Earth. Some provided supplies, others shared information about Council movements. Aiden received a coded message from an unknown alien group. It read simply, "We stand with you." This support gave Earth a new strength. They were no longer alone in this fight. The Galactic Council's grip was weakening. The people of Earth celebrated small victories, but they knew the war was far from over. The final battle for the future of the galaxy was coming. One night, Aiden stood on a balcony looking at the stars. He thought about the journey so far, from the Council's insult to humanity's rise. The road had been hard and full of sacrifice, but also hope. "We have changed," he said quietly. "Not just ourselves, but the galaxy." In the Council's chambers, the voices of doubt grew louder. Vrax was losing support. The old ways were no longer enough. The galaxy was awakening to a new reality. Humanity's rage had turned into a powerful force for change, and the final chapter of this story was about to be written. The galaxy held its breath. After months of conflict, moments of hope, and tests of will, the final battle was near. Humanity stood at the edge of change, not just for themselves, but for every star system chained by the Galactic Council's rule. Captain Aiden Cole stood on the bridge of the Resolve, the flagship of Earth's fleet. Around him, officers and crew worked with quiet focus. The ship was ready. The fleet behind them was ready. And the hearts of millions on Earth and beyond were united in this moment. "We have come far," Aiden said softly, his eyes on the stars outside. "Now we fight not for power but for freedom." Commander Liam Brooks stepped forward. "Our allies from other worlds have joined us. Together we can bring an end to the Council's tyranny." In the council chambers, Vrax paced angrily. His grip on power was slipping faster than he had expected. The alien races that once followed him without question now whispered doubts. Even Kale, the wise elder, spoke openly of change. Vrax slammed his fist on the table. "We will crush this rebellion, or the Council itself will fall." The final battle was planned in the orbit of the Council's home world, a massive space station that controlled much of the galaxy's communication and military power. Humanity's forces approached carefully. The Council's fleet was large and heavily armed, but Earth's fleet was swift and clever. Using their new technology and tactics, they moved like a storm. Jax Morgan flew at the front of the attack, leading a squadron through enemy defenses. "For Earth!" he shouted over the comms. The battle was fierce but focused. Human pilots and soldiers did not fight with hatred, but with determination and skill. They aimed to disable the station's power and communication, not to destroy lives. On the ground, Aiden coordinated the attack. His mind raced through every possible outcome, every move, but he never lost hope. The Council's forces fought back hard, but their confidence was shaken. They did not expect humans to be so united, so creative, so fearless. As the battle raged, messages came from alien worlds that had once been silent. They joined Earth's side, sending ships, supplies, and words of support. The tide of battle turned. The space station's defenses weakened. Energy fields flickered and died. Communication lines fell silent. Inside the station, the Council's leaders met one last time. Vrax faced Kale, his old rival. "It is over," Kale said quietly. "The galaxy demands change." Vrax looked around, seeing the truth in their faces. He had lost. Outside, Aiden's fleet moved in to take control. No more fear, no more silence. The Galactic Council, once a symbol of control and power, was broken. But the victory was not just in battle. It was in what came next. Earth and its new allies worked quickly to build a new council, one based on respect, cooperation, and freedom. Old rules were replaced by new ones, designed to protect every species' right to grow and live in peace. Captain Aiden Cole was chosen as a leader in this new era, not because he was the strongest or the smartest, but because he believed in unity and hope. On Earth, people celebrated not just the end of the war, but the beginning of a new chapter. Lena, the young student who dreamed of stars, now stood proudly among those building the future. "We did it," she said. "Not because we fought harder, but because we believed in something better. The galaxy, once divided and ruled by fear, was now a place of light and possibility. Humanity's rage had sparked a revolution, but it was their courage, wisdom, and heart that created a new dawn. The stars shone brighter, and with them, the promise of a better tomorrow.